what a busy night. Oh my gosh. No, but you guys, I'm fatigued. Oh, busy. Can't believe it was the first big football Friday night. I just cannot believe it. Unbelievable. Huge football Friday night here. The recap show. Oh my god. I was not ready for the football there. Oh my gosh. Crazy night. Friday football recap. I'm Steve Ortman here in the TH offices. Are you excited? I'm ready for some football. Are you ready for some football? I think so. What a way to start it. Hempstead versus Senior at Dalzell Field. Timothy O'Neill was there. Tim, let's talk about the big city showdown. Take it away.
First off, raise your hand if you think Steve Ortman was not ready for football tonight. Like you said, I was out at Dalzell Field once again. A great season opener. Senior and Hempstead meet for the A.Y. McDonald Trophy, and this one got off to a rousing start. Second play of the game, Jack Simon to Walker Tart, 68-yard touchdown, and that kind of started it for Senior. They partially blocked a punt on their first defensive possession, took over in great field position, and Simon ran for a 2-yard touchdown run. 14-0, 5 minutes in, doesn't look too good for the Mustangs, but Justin Potts got behind the defense, hauled in a 78-yard touchdown on 3rd and 8 to get the Mustangs within a touchdown, but Senior quarterback Jack Simon added another 2-yard touchdown run. The Rams took a 20-7 halftime lead. Hempstead got the ball out of the break, and Andrew Tharp scored on a 2-yard run early in the third quarter, but that really was it for the Mustangs. Senior scored the final 22 points, rolled to a second straight win over Hempstead, and their 5th victory in last 7 meetings against their biggest rivals. Mikhail Hall added a 52-yard touchdown run and had an end zone interception for the Rams. Ty Shaber and Dustin Fote each had 1-yard touchdown runs for Senior. Kyle Conradi kicked a 37-yard field goal. Senior ran for 295 yards as a team and outgained the Mustangs 490 yards to 148 on offense. Tart finished with 5 catches for 135 yards and a touchdown. Simon completed 11 of 19 passes for 195 yards and the touchdown, plus the 2 rushing scores. Hempstead had trouble running the ball. They were held to just 38 yards on offense, and they're going to have to regroup the second week of the season. They got a home game against Pleasant Valley next week. Senior will be on the road at Cedar Rapids Prairie. Elsewhere in city action, Dubuque Wahlert on the road. Tough game at West Delaware. No problem for the Golden Eagles. 31-14. The Golden Eagles scored the final 21 points in that game. Kenny Petritis, 2-yard touchdown run. Bryce Rudiger, 36-yard touchdown pass to Seamus Crahan. And Ryan Brocious had a 46-yard punt return in the third quarter and a 26-yard touchdown run in the fourth quarter for the Golden Eagles. If I forgot to mention it, Sam Nillis had a 31-yard field goal, and I believe Seamus Crahan had 2 of Wallert's 4 interceptions in that game. Huge win for the Golden Eagles, just their 2nd victory over West Delaware. Elsewhere, Cedar Rapids Xavier scored 31 straight points to beat Western Dubuque, 31-14 in the latest iteration of that rivalry. WD took a 7-0 lead, but then obviously Xavier took over from there. Connor Myers, 3-yard touchdown pass to Caleb Klein, and Caleb Reed had an 80-yard touchdown run late in the fourth quarter for the Bobcats. Grant Glosser ran for 96 yards. That's what we got in the city. I will throw it over to Danny Miller to wrap up the rest of Iowa.
Thanks, Tim. I was out in Cascade tonight and witnessed a gutsy opening night performance by the Cougars as they defeated Monticello 21-13 to avenge a season-opening loss last year to the Panthers. Will Hosh got the scoring going for the Cougars with a 45-yard interception early in the second quarter. Jack Minster, who finished with 160 yards rushing, had scores of 68 and 39 yards as Cascade racked up 21 unanswered points to take a 21-7 lead at halftime. The Cougars D really did a nice job holding Monticello quarterback and University of Iowa commit Preston Reese in check for most of the night, and they did so even battling severe cramping issues in the second half. Luke Ruggeberg preserved the victory with a defensive strip with 1:12 remaining in the game as Monticello was leading a leading a drive to tie the game, and Ruggerberg Strip really preserved the victory for the Cougars. Elsewhere, Beckman, they follow up their state semifinal berth last season with a convincing 20-6 victory over Comanche. The Trailblazers scored 2 first-half touchdowns and 2 second-half field goals, and that defense, which was so good a year ago, was good again opening night in 2022. Bellevue, they suffer a loss on opening night, falling to Northeast Goose Lake 56-28. Nice game by new quarterback Hunter Putman, who threw for 185 yards and 2 scores. Riley Carrier had 2 touchdowns and 104 yards, and Dalton Clausen had 6 catches for 105 yards and 2 scores. But the Comets were doomed by a 30-point second quarter by the Rebels. That is all from my end, and I'll throw it back over to Steve.
Yeah. Grandpa, it's on Facebook Live. Yes, Grandpa, Facebook Live. No, that is not something you get at the Scholastic Book Fair. Okay, I gotta go. All right, yes, thanks, Danny. Hey, camera guy, why'd you throw the football at me? No response? Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, what else we got around the bend here in the area? Southwestern East Dubuque, brand new co-op program, 42-0 over Boscoville tonight. Evan Mead, 3 touchdown runs for the co-op program, and improved to 2-0 on the season, so they're starting things off well up there. Also in Iowa, Independence downs Maquoketa 44-9. Maquoketa Valley all over North Cedar 46-6, and Clayton Ridge pulls out a 32-12 win over Postville. In Illinois, kind of a rough night over there. Fulton beats Galena 31-12. Forreston all over Stockton 44-14. And South Beloit, a 4-overtime thriller over River Ridge 42-36. In Wisconsin, wrapping it up, Lancaster, the Flying Arrows, looking good after 2 games this season. Quarterback Jacob Duvall, 5 touchdowns tonight, 165 yards through the air with 3 touchdowns and 2 more scores on the ground. Lancaster all over the Cubans, 42-0. Big win over Cuba City. Platteville gets a big win on the road in Elgin, Illinois, 49-14. Westby beats Benton Scales Mound Schulzberg, 29-14. And Potosi Cassville moves to 2-0 with a 36-8 win over Ithaca. I think that's going to wrap it up. Boys, first Friday Night Football recap is in the books. And I guess we'll look forward to next week. So everyone take care, stay healthy, and we'll see you next week.
When you asked, why did you throw that football at me? I want to be like, because you told him to.
Gave you the opportunity to speak, Zach.